So this is a sourcing session with Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Hiya. So I've known you. You've been on Amazon for quite a while now. How long have you been selling for?
I've been selling. Well, I actually signed up a year ago
Wow.
in March, but I haven't been selling for a year. I'd say I've probably been selling properly since September.
That's not too bad. So you had a nice Q4 then. How'd your Q4 go?
Nice Q4. My first Q4 is brilliant.
Yeah. So
I,
okay, so have you had a bit of a dip in sales? Have you kind of run out of stock in January? Not sure how to restock? This is sourcing session. So what are you looking for? What are you looking to find out about?
I think the problem I had in January is that I didn't prepare for January and December.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I was so into Q4, I was so excited about Q4 that I completely forgot about January.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then January came along and I was like, oh, actually, I need to get some stock in and I need to understand what happens in
So
Q1.
different. It's so Q1 is so different from Q4. That jump is really
Yeah,
different.
it
We're
was
nearly
massive.
we're nearly in Q2 now anyway, because we're at the end of middle of March now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a look at Q2 sort of stuff. So you use Arbitrage Hero. This is Arbitrage Hero.
Yeah.
So screen sharing my screen. So we're gonna go through it quickly. What criteria would you select and why? So do you select a retailer?
It depends. Sometimes I select a retailer and sometimes I select a category.
Oh, what do you want to do today?
So I'd like to look for some more grocery items, and I'm not really too fussed where they come from.
Excellent, love that. So grocery, okay. So what about your sales rank? What do you search for here and why?
I'm not usually too fussed about the sales rank. I usually do about 5%, anything from, it depends what I'm looking for.
Excellent. Okay, so a little tip. A lot of people think you have to sort of source in the top 1% to have fast movers. Yes, but there are also replens and more stable items the higher you look. So I go really high on this.
Yeah.
I'll take this up to sort of 6, 7, 8%.
Yeah.
And just a high BSR isn't a reason for me to say no to something. So we can do that 5 if you want to. What about your ROI? What do you like to look at for a starting point? Oh, 55, that's too high.
Well, I like around 25%, but I would go lower if it was, I'd go maybe 20.
All right, should we do 25 as like a starting point and see where we can? Excellent. What about your profit?
So because I am now looking for more slower moving replens, but something consistently month in, month out, my profit's quite high with my fast moving products. So probably around between £3 and £5 for those ones, I think.
All right, so 4, that's in the middle, isn't it? 4.
Yeah.
Okay, do you compete with Amazon? Here's a question.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't compete
Okay.
with Amazon. I just think there's just too much out there for me without having that headache, because it can be a headache.
Okay, so do you compete with massive sellers?
Yes, but not Amazon.
Ah, okay. So why do you compete with what's like, what makes you kind of fine to go with? And I mean the sellers that are like, 50,000, like Cooking Mamas, like the massive one, we've got like 100,000 listings, and they're usually FBM. What makes it good for you to compete with them?
Well, because they're FBM and I'm FBA, so it just makes a difference. I mean, I've got one of my products, I'm about the 25th seller, but the first FBA seller.
Oh wow, you must be like printing money with that. That's
I love
awesome.
it. I love it. So yeah, so I still get sales. I'm still competing with big sellers, but the thing is with Amazon, like we all say, it's their train set and they'll play with it exactly how they want to. And I've just lost money. I mean, I've got one listing, one ASIN, that's just sat there since last year, and I'm just going to pull it out because
you can't do anything else with it. You can eat it or give it away as a Christmas gift, or I don't know anything else with it.
Yeah, I'm just.
So, what sort of money do you spend on your products? What's your min and your max?
I don't like to spend too much.
Okay, define too much.
Probably up to about £25 is all I'll spend.
That's good. And what's your minimum? What's your minimum spend?
Oh, I'd spend 50p if it made me money.
Yeah, I know. Don't just count minimum sales. Do you have to have a minimum number of sales every month?
Right. So for my fast selling products, I like to see maybe 15 a week.
Okay.
Because I am new, that's fast selling for me.
Yeah, for sure. Because you can't replenish them unless you've got a wholesale deal.
And I'm not wholesale at the moment. I'm not doing that. So 15, 20 products for me if they're moving quickly. But
this works out monthly, I think, not weekly. So what are you?
Okay.
So 30, is that fair? Or are you looking for slow moving ones for this little?
I'm looking for slower moving products.
So why don't we say like 8? So for me, deal sheets tend to have a criteria roughly of 30% ROI, £2 profit, and 10 sales. So if you make one of those criteria underneath the deal sheet criteria, the deal sheet VAs will find it, but they won't add it. So if you want to fly under the deal sheet radar, that's a really good tip.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a bar trying to accuracy. Oh, we need to sort by barcode. That's the bit I need to do. We'll do that in a second. Let's hit the update button and see what we get. Wow. Okay. So let's just have a look and get ourselves familiar. So we've got 2 pages. That's not bad, of 30 items. So what I would do is I'd make a note of that. If I was doing a searching session, I'd make a note of that. I would now change just one of your criteria, like massively change it, and see what that does.
Okay. So maybe we could bring the profit down.
Okay. So down to your 3.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could go to 2 and just see.
So this is how you use Arbitrage Hero. So you have to. So obviously we're going to look at a couple of products, but first of all you have to find what's your personal sweet spot.
Yeah.
So some people like will be very happy with one really good page to look at. Some want like 10 pages. So you've got to kind of tweak things and play around. So dropping that profit down increased it by a whole page.
Yeah.
That gave us an extra chunk of items to look at. Shall we have a look? Have you used Arbitrage Hero before?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. Did you say, we were talking before we started filming, you said something about the fact that you nearly gave up, but you're glad you did with it?
I mean, I signed up for Arbitrage Hero after I saw your post about it, and it was quite new.
Yeah.
And I messaged Max and just said, look, I'm going to leave. I'm going to give up with it because I'm just not finding any deals.
Yeah.
So Max just said, well, you've paid for the month, like, why don't you just stay, see how you go? And this is the date you're going to need to cancel your subscription. So you're going to need to cancel your subscription on this date so that you don't have another payment. And I thought, well, fair enough. Yeah. And I stayed, and I just could not be without it now.
Oh.
All the updates, yeah. I use it every day.
Oh wow. Okay, so the crux of because people say that stuff's saturated and out of stock. We'll have a look at a couple of items now, but if you're searching like this, picking up their whole list of retail, I don't see how stuff can be out of stock, because you're just doing the same as you would if you were sourcing direct with the retailer. So I'm really glad you stayed. I love Arbitrage Hero. It's really good. One of my VAs, she just has access to this, and this is all she does all day, every day. And she is actually my most successful VA. She just does whatever she wants to source. So do any of these grab your attention? That grabs my attention, but not for sourcing reasons. I like a bit of rum. Then you grab your attention. Sorry, I'm not going too fast, too slow.
No, you're okay. Probably the multi-pack
of
Persil.
This one?
Yeah, as long as that matches.
So we have a look. Okay, so what drew your attention to it? Why do you like it?
Because it's a multi-pack.
Okay. Right.
I quite like to do multi-packs.
Okay, so what would be the first thing that you'd look at? So you've scrolled down, you quite like the look of this. What would you do first?
First of all, I would look at the graph.
Nice. Yeah.
There's sales going on.
There. So I think we will go to the Amazon. And then
I can see it now.
That's it. Okay, awesome. So that looks okay. So we know we was getting it here from Wilco. That's who he's saying to get it. So it's, there we go. It's £12. Is that what Arbitrage Hero is saying? Yeah, £12. Now it's £12 each. So that's not a great deal, because that's a multi-pack for 3. So here's a little tip for everybody. There's a website, there's another website you can check on Google and just see if you can find it somewhere a bit cheaper. So I keep moving over there. Find it a bit cheaper. So we're looking for Persil washing capsules, easy, 150 wash. Oh, we don't that one. Take that. Have a little pop on Google and see if we can find it anywhere else. So it doesn't always work.
Have you used Trolley?
Yeah, I like Trolley.
I like Trolley.
Yeah, it's a great site. Doesn't look like we can get it anywhere. Although One Buy, don't touch One Buy. One Buy is very much like eBay, by the way, so be careful.
Yeah.
So here it says Asda. Oh, it's 38 capsules. So that's not good. I don't think we're going to find no. So I think move on. I reckon sourcing has to be something where you go just move and move and move, keep going till you find the ones you like. So we'll
with that listing.
Yep.
What I would then do, I just wouldn't give up instantly on it. I'd then go off, have a look, see what other people have bought. You know, you can you can start digging from there. So it's
okay. So, all right. So if you follow that process, so you would open it up on Amazon. Yeah. What would you look at now? How would you go about doing that?
Then I've realised that actually it's not a deal that I want. So I'd go down to the bottom of the page and see what else there is.
Oh, on this one, the sponsored, yeah. So when we do sponsored, this is where they all go. So what would you be looking for?
Just anything similar that people have bought.
Okay, nice. Which one does it matter?
There wouldn't be anything.
Sometimes you can see people who bought this also bought that, and that's an idea of what. So this is obviously a cleaning thing. I mean, is there fabric softener to go with it, for example? Yeah. So oh, loo roll. I don't know how that's related. Is there anything here that takes your fancy? I like finding brands that people don't usually know.
Yeah.
So if it was me, I'd have a little look at this one, maybe.
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Shall we? Let's open it and see. So you got options for 70 washes. Oh, it's an egg thing.
Oh, is that one of those eco?
Sold and dispatched from Eco Egg. So that means it looks like a private label item. Eco Egg.
But that's good to know.
Oh my gosh. It's a bit random. Right, okay. So that's not going. We can't do Eco Egg. Oh, sorry, I've shut the screen.
But that's a really good point to make when you're sourcing.
Yeah.
Because you could really dive deep into that product and then realise that actually
it's not. Yeah. Sorry, I'm moving my screen around all over the shop today. Okay, so Eco Egg was good, but that's not right for us. Anything else that takes your fancy? Do you send in things like this?
I generally do beauty, grocery. I haven't actually done any products like this.
See,
but this is where I want to go.
So what I find, I've got a prep center. I prep 95% of stuff myself, but I've got a prep center I use for dangerous goods, glass, and like liquid items I just can't be doing with prepping. So a little tip for people: you don't have to prep centers. You don't have to send all your stuff there. You can cherry pick. So for something you can't deal with, send to your prep center. So this is something that is just an absolute pain to prep. Right? It's quite big. It's quite bulky. It's really heavy. But I try and find items that other people say no to. Right? For not very good reasons either. Obviously, if it's hazmat, it's a no. IP's a no. But this is no because they can't be bothered or because it's tricky. So therefore, I sell lots of stuff like this, and it goes straight to the prep centre, and they send it in for me.
That's a really good tip.
That's a little trick there. Yeah.
Because I sent hazmat in last week.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Say that again.
I sent hazmat in last week, and I
do.
Yeah, I do. I quite like
all dangerous goods.
Hazmat. I'm not on the dangerous goods program, but I'm allowed to sell. I'm not allowed to sell explosives yet. Let's put it that way.
You can sell hazmat stuff.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you've got to find out. That's the thing. I'm on dangerous goods program too, and you've got to send in a different courier. And you need all sorts of stickers on the side of the box. So I just found a really, really good prep center, and I was like, "Can you deal with it?" And they're like, "Yeah, fine." So I just send it up.
Yeah.
I don't have to touch it. I don't have to find the extra courier. I don't have to print out any of the labels. So yes, that's how I deal with it. So yeah, awesome. And
that's a really good tip, because I do want to get onto the dangerous goods program. Although I am selling hazmat, I can only sell obviously at a certain level. There are some things that are out of bounds for me. Yeah, dangerous goods is weird. It's like it's the stuff that's hazmat that shouldn't really be hazmat. So it's like nail varnish and like this sort of stuff. It's weird. I think it is the flammable issue. I don't know. Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah, so it's a really good program. But so I try and find reasons that other people say no. So this is something I would look at, because I think loads of people wouldn't. So what would you do once you've opened up a listing like this? How would you go about assessing it? What would you have a look at?
Generally, I go straight to the keeper graph.
Nice. Okay, let's open. There's a keeper
and
graph.
Just,
let's
and just look at the historical sales.
Wow. Okay. So what does that keeper graph say?
That would be like, woo.
Yeah, that's a bit
instantly.
Okay, go on.
I'd shut that down instantly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'd so look at this. Why would you shut it down?
Because of Amazon. I just won't compete
with Amazon.
I never ever want to.
Yeah, I don't know if they share the buy box or not.
Exactly.
So, do you know how to tell who has the buy box and how often they have the buy box?
From the
going to data.
Yeah.
If it opens, I've got so many windows open now, I can't even begin. Buy box statistics, it might open. There you go. So it says that, but Amazon have only had it for 66% of the time.
It's just too much for me.
This person, fine, that's fine. But there might be people listening to this and go, oh, okay, that's my yes when everyone else says no. But this person has had it 27% of the time.
Yeah.
So what I might do is I might buy a third of what sells.
Yeah.
That might be my way to deal with it. So if I just open this up in SAS quickly.
And they've actually sold it for more than Amazon as well.
Have they? Let's have a look. Where are you seeing that? Oh yes, 1666. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So so just, I mean, I won't put all the details in here whether it's profitable, but look, it sells 4,000 a month, right? So if Amazon are owning the buy box for 66% of the time, that means there's like 1,500 sales a month up for grabs.
You're probably going to sell out in a day anyway, aren't you? As soon as they come off of it.
Yeah. So it's interesting, and they haven't got 99 million. They've got 10 plus.
Yeah.
So so I don't know. I mean, for me, this listing would be really interesting because Amazon are only there 66% of the time. Then you look down here. Let me just hit the refresh, but I'll check now. It's fine. So when you look down here, you're against FBA sellers. I mean, is it dangerous goods? Is that why? Let me move our picture.
No.
I wonder. See, this makes me wonder why no other FBA sellers in there.
I always wonder.
I'm a bit like either I've stumbled on something really great or there's a reason, and I'm always a bit worried about.
Me too. And maybe it's because Amazon are on there. They're just thinking, I don't want to rack up the storage fees.
Yeah.
Let's keep it at home or in the warehouse. As soon as Amazon come off the listing, we'll just be selling ours out. We'll just be sending it all out in one go.
So for me, I definitely buy 3 or 4 of these, send them in and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's it. I test it a couple of times as well, just to see. And regarding the strange graph, I would usually look at the low point and the high point, because and see if it's still profitable at this low point. So let's have a look at how much we can buy it for.
That's a pack of 6.
Oh wow, well spotted.
That's a pack of 6.
That was really well spotted. No wonder Amazon are on there. No wonder. Well, let's see how much we can buy it for.
Where that says 10 plus, does that mean? I've never seen it like with the plus. I've seen it where it just says you can buy 4 or 3.
I think that's because they're trying to hide it. I think that's what happens when they're trying to hide. So 36. I'm just trying to work out which one it is.
So is it 36?
There?
Yeah. £2. So it's 12 quid.
Okay. So we can buy it for 12 if there's 6 of them. So let's have a look. No, you're not VAT registered, are you?
No.
So the cost price is 12. If the sale price, if we're going $18.99, is $18.99 possible? 16, not really, is it? The most we're going to get 17. I don't think it's going to be viable.
I think you'd have to be wholesale, wouldn't you?
Well, wholesale, I can't find what's it there is. Wholesale, actually, you're going to pay more, but what you've got is a reliable guaranteed source.
Yeah.
So you have to decide, do you like having the absolute ultimate cheapest price, in which case you have to get yourself a trolley and go around Asda, or are you happy to pay, an extra 50p, but I know I can source 500.
Yeah.
So this is just not profitable, which is sad. But it was a really interesting discussion about whether you compete with Amazon, what it actually means. What about this bit of your graph, by the way? What do you think to this bit?
If I'm honest, I don't really understand it.
Okay, let's have a look and see what you do. What can I help you with?
Well, Amazon are on the listing,
yeah,
consistently,
yeah,
and they're changing their price.
Yeah, up and down, yep. Well, no, not really. So when I open my graph, I always open it to a year because I like to see if something's seasonal or if something had a pattern. Okay, so I've opened up to you. This listing's been going for nearly just over 2 years, 2.5 years. So although it looks quite up and downy, if you actually take a look over the last 3 months, it's pretty stable.
Yeah.
And if you go back to the last month, it's actually really stable. So if you you've got to kind of move your graph in and out, and then and basically my interpretation of this is just that it's selling so fast. See, this guy's got one. They're going to be gone in, like, if you're selling 4,000 a month, and these are usually underestimates, by the way. That guy's going to be in there for like 20 minutes and he's sold out, and this person won't last very long either. So I think that's what's causing those like really sharp up and down. Just the fact that people are just out.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
But that's I do like to look at this as well, just see what's been going on. I like to look at how many offers there are. The other thing is reviews. If you're looking at reviews of an item, I mean, this is a big brand, so obviously it's going to have lots of reviews. This similar ones, 1,167. Basically, organically, roughly, you're looking at about 100 sales per review. So if you find a product that's only got 20 reviews, that actually means it's sold 2,000 times, not 20. So don't necessarily discredit something whether it's got very low reviews. You want to watch how bad the reviews are, because you don't want any returns and stuff like that. But yeah, it's well worth having a look at the smaller brands that have got less reviews. It can be quite an interesting thing. So what would you do in this case? So would you just kind of use this as a path to carry on looking, or what would you do?
I'd probably leave it here, and I'd probably...
Sorry, I've just noticed something really exciting. That is a really exciting bundle.
Yeah.
I just spotted that. I've got no idea if it's profitable or viable, but it's different.
Well, it's a good price if that's just for those two.
3 months supply. What kind of household has
3 months?
3 months. I'd do my house a week.
Storage for that.
Probably single person on their own.
I need about 45 of those.
Yeah, so let's have a quick look and see if we can do some digging with this one. So the BSR is really low.
Yeah,
interesting. Not hazmat, not dangerous goods. See, a lot of people assume that washing powder is hazmat and is dangerous goods. They don't even look.
Yeah,
actually, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I think the powder is, but the liquid tabs aren't. I don't really know. It was a bit weird.
And then you can't send them as a bundle anyway then.
No, exactly. No, because if you've got one hazmat, but you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So 123 a month. That's not a bad bundle.
I think I might have to make a note of this one.
There's one seller currently at the moment, and there's Amazon. So Amazon are on it. So you'd say no again, would you?
Yeah, I mean, I could be persuaded now after that last.
Should we have a look? Let's have a look and see if they share 5-box stats. Oh no, they got 100%.
Definitely not persuaded with this one then.
So have you thought about, or what about doing Persil with comfort with some of the comfort or Persil dish tumble dryer sheets?
Yeah.
And adding an item, creating a brand new bundle.
Yeah.
That would be a link, wouldn't it? Or you could do Dettol. I don't know, again, hazmat, I have to check all this out, but you could think about maybe doing a Dettol washing machine cleaner.
Yeah,
that's a 3-month supply. Personally, I chuck one of those Dettol wash things in every 3 months or slightly less, because my son plays a lot of football, so there's mud and muck and bullets and stuff all the time washing machine. So
that would be a really good bundle.
Yeah, so if that's claiming to be a 3-month supply, you could do one of tiny little like cleaning thingies.
Yeah.
Or yeah, what do you think?
That's a really good idea. That's a really good bundle.
Yeah, see, I do this all the time. I have never created a listing, not once in my life. But I have all these brilliant ideas for them. I just can't be bothered to
create. Make a note of that one.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, and do you create your own stuff? Do you like making your own listings?
I I have, if I'm honest, I haven't made any, but
Never done it, no.
I am planning to in a big way.
Okay, so you need to be a bit different, right? So from talking to lots and lots of sellers, everyone does the chocolate thing, everyone does the sweet thing, everyone does like the retro box. There are some really common ones. Something like this, I think, would be a bit different. It's a bit out the box. How about adding a product to an existing bundle?
Yes.
Because this, as we saw, this sells 123 a month. So even if you get like 50% of that or 30% of that, you're still going to do really, really well with it. And if you bring in a third brand, and source it from somewhere like B&M, because B&M you have to physically go to get the product, you can't buy online, or you know, or source something at full price or something a bit different, you can do really well with it, I would imagine.
You could also make it a unique bundle.
Go on.
So you could add the product you said. And then you could maybe...
No, you're not going to repeat it, okay? Because you're going to put it in. You're like, you've got a secret squirrel on us. Nice try. Sorry.
And then you could add like a little jute bag.
Yeah, very good.
Bag, and you could just put anything on it, couldn't you? Just to make it unique to you, and then no one else can sell on your list.
You could even do that without adding a product. You could buy one of those net bags.
Couldn't
you?
Yeah.
That'd be really good for a bundle.
A bit of PPP and you're away.
And you could also bring out multiple similar bundles. So I personally, I'm really cautious with my washing powder because my skin's quite sensitive. So I use Bold or Fairy, so I would never buy this bundle. But if someone did a bundle with Bold, I'd buy that. Someone did a bundle with Fairy, I'd buy it. So I'm very much like, lots of people approach Amazon and they've got like dozens of websites open and they're searching all their categories. Personally, I'm quite broad. Then I find something like this and I will spend like literally a week. If I was the kind of person to make listings, I would literally spend a week and make maybe 5 or 6 alternative listings, all in a very, very similar vein. And I really kind of smashed that and owned that before I moved on to something else. Very kind of like, I'd make washing powder my mission for a week or two. Because you have there's some really good eco brands come through as well now, isn't there?
Yeah, I think and I think people are thinking more about eco brands and the environment, you know, especially through lockdown as well. I know I definitely have.
And one of those things, it's like, doesn't matter what happens in the economy or what happens in society, everyone's clothes need washing. It's not bad. It's not a summer thing or a winter thing. It's not seasonal. It's a really, really good thing to have a nice, stable bundle. I love your idea of putting something unique with it. I love that idea. I think it's really clever.
And then it's yours then. But I've been planning to do bundles. I've probably got about 10 ideas that are quite different.
I've got a little book of ideas. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm ever gonna. I need to team up with someone who wants to do the bundles. I'll give the ideas, they can do the bundles. I'd love to team up with someone. So awesome. So okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up now because it's been quite a good session. But what I think what's happened is we've accidentally followed our nose and kind of just like opened our thinking a little bit. And we've gone from arbitrage hero through to SAS through to trolley, and we just kind of had a bit of a wander. And just sort of hovered over stuff. So you don't necessarily think you have to follow a set pattern. Nothing has to be set in stone. Have you got any tips for people? What sort of anything you do when you're sourcing that you think is a bit of a tip?
I think for me, it's not to. So I always thought that I was just going to sell fast-selling products. And that's all I was looking for. But now my mind's opening to bundles, to more staple replens. So I just look for everything. And like we just did, we just followed our nose.
You can go off in so many awesome directions.
But also I kind of know when I'm wasting my time and then just move on. I think you have to know.
We moved on quite quickly from that first Persil one. I mean, to be fair, attention to detail is vital. I didn't even realise it was back of 6. I was advertising that as a single. Well done for spotting it. But yes, you have to basically. I'm just like no, yes. And I try and look for stuff where everyone else says. I keep saying it, but I do look for stuff where everyone else says no, and just to see if it's possible. It may not be possible, but it's always worth a look.
Yeah.
For me, that's what I think anyway. Always worth a look.
And that's why I started doing hazmat.
Yeah. Just a question based on this, actually. This would be a really heavy item. Would that bother you? Would that put you off?
No, I don't mind heavy items because I make sure when I do heavy items, and especially because you know that they have to go off to a different centre,
Yep.
that I just know that I have enough to fill a box or 2 boxes with the same weight.
Yeah, or exactly. I imagine this would be quite heavy because that comfort seems quite heavy.
I don't know. Probably
60 plus. It's probably a litre, isn't it? It's probably about a kilogram. So
yeah,
that weighs about 2.5 kilograms. So you're going to get what, 6 of them in a box, 5 in a box,
7
maybe. And what I try and do is I try and shove an absolute bucket load of like eyeliners or like lipsticks or
exactly what I do. Yeah,
like 10 of these and like 5 of these and like 100 other little tiny bits. That's what I try.
Exactly what I do.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, just fill in all the gaps with your little bits. But yeah, I mean, lots of people shy away from bulky items. They shy away from hazmat, anything like that. But why everyone else is shying away?
Yeah,
we're buying them. And we're turning them over. So I think you should just be open to everything and not think, well, I don't do that because you're set in your ways. Try it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, really good. Really, really good. I agree completely. Excellent. So thank you very much. Hopefully it's going to go on YouTube, and hopefully some people find it interesting. There's been loads of really, I think when I talk to different people, everyone comes from a different perspective. So it's really interesting to kind of get other people's views on things. But thank you. Awesome. Right. I'm going to say thank you and let you go. Take care. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.